The In the Basement podcast covers sensitive subject materials at all times. Those involved in the production of this podcast are of legal drinking age in the United States, Canada, and most of the world. Viewer discretion is advised.
Your discretion.
That's going to be the opener to the episode. Just not even the full fuck your discretion. Just your discretion.
So hold on. Why did you have to specify we are of legal drinking age? I'm pretty sure none of us are drinking at this exact moment.
Give me one moment.
I said the magic words.
It's for references that it's to be on the safe side in case we have an episode where we end up doing
nothing. Wow.
When we end up doing the where we end up doing the big drink. So in case there's episodes where we end up actually imbibing. So
hold on real quick 1 second. I need to hop on your thing just so I can also see if there's any sort of comments and whatnot, because I like to know. Hold on, Mike.
Anyway, while that's going on, how have we been, gentlemen? How have we been?
I'm alright, man.
Pretty darn good.
Awesome. Well, of course, for anyone listening to this after the fact, welcome back to the In the Basement podcast. This is the fourth, but technically the third episode, since episode 0 was just behind the scenes about myself. We have a new special guest here with us today, and he may end up being a mainstay of the podcast recordings from now on. We'll have to kind of see. But we have SmashCade, aka Zeke, aka Zed. Say hi, Zeke.
Hi, Zeke.
Fantastic. Anyways.
Wait. I just realized something.
What's up?
Okay. So I have some homie vouchers.
Okay.
I spent some homie vouchers.
I don't have that on. I don't have the voice thing set up on the podcast on the podcast screen. However, I can play it through the soundboard because I got that back to working.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can do that, or you can just say, "Oh, brother," but you got to do it like Hulk Hogan.
Well, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It's the fucking.
Oh, I know, but I'm. Dude, you don't even have to worry about it.
No, I'm still.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
There you go.
I can't hear it.
There we go. Sorry. The soundboard only works for him.
Yeah,
and the people in the chat.
I can change it so that y'all can hear it in the call if y'all want. But I'm pretty sure that might end up being Twitch chat hearing it twice.
Maybe you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I hope you enjoy how fucking crisp that is.
Is that?
Yeah.
That clip from SpongeBob.
That almost sounds like the bully from Camp Laszlo.
Fuck. Edward.
Yeah, the platypus.
Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editor Steven add in a fat monkey. You know what? Just for you, Editor Steven, add like a 2-second, add like a 2-second picture of a monkey.
What the fuck is going on?
Monkey. All right.
Anyways, the topic of this week's episode is all things anime related. So, fellas, have you guys been watching any good anime lately?
I mean, I've been keeping up with some of them, but I don't think Mike's. Hold on, I have to check and see if his Crunchyroll is paid for right now.
Okay, so I have Funimation, and just sometimes I forget that I have Funimation. Like I pay for Funimation, and then like I just go through months like, oh no,
Dude, Funimation's behind on so many anime. Like, it's not even funny. Because I was paying for Funimation, and then Mike started letting me use his Crunchyroll, and now I am, like, just straight up on the Crunchyroll binge.
honestly, there's only one show I want to watch in Crunchyroll, and that's Tower of God. Because have you ever read the webcomic for Tower of God?
I
think
have
read
not
it.
read it, but I did watch the Tower of God anime. It's not that bad, but it was a rewatch. Because I had forgotten I had watched it the first time. It's not that memorable, and they don't have that much out of it. They only got one season.
The webcomic is very in depth. There's a lot of interesting stuff on it, and I have a feeling if the proper hands get on it, it will wind up going the same way of One Punch, in the way that it's starting out as a webcomic, then it actually makes its way into an actual manga, and then it makes its way to an actual anime.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
I watched a little bit of Record of Ragnarok, and granted, while a lot of the scenes were like really good, they spent all the money on like everything. They spent all the money on like primo animation for everything outside of the actual combat, which is supposed to be the meat and potatoes of the anime.
So I binge watched the entire season, like the first season of Records of Ragnarok, like all in one sitting, because there's only like 8 episodes, right? It's like 8 to 12, something like that for
Something
a
like
season.
that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I had fun with it. The story's kind of dumb, kinda, but if you're wanting something just purely violent, some of the fight scenes do get very, very violent.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything but like previews of the Yasuke anime or the little Yasuke anime that they did. It's like an anime or a movie or something, but it actually looked really fucking good. It looked
Yes.
pretty
Okay.
clean. So the story of Yasuke is pretty much like some of the mythos behind the only African samurai that to ever have existed in Japanese history.
Oh yeah, I've seen some bits of that. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
I mean, they make him look pretty baller.
They do. They make him look. They make him
Something
look
about
like you would
like
expect.
robots and something like that coming out
now,
in the anime. That is a little bit strange, but
is it gonna be better than either Samurai Champloo or Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai is goaded. I actually just rewatched that
It's
today.
gonna be better than Boondocks.
No. Is it better than Black Dynamite?
Oh, nothing can really top like Dynamite.
I love Black Dynamite.
Dude's able to thrust himself across the ocean. That's power.
Top 10 anime protagonist.
Oh, Bandit wants to try it again.
Man, like Black Dynamite was really good.
It was. It should have gotten more love than it should, or than it did.
It was
Yeah.
slept on. It was honestly slept on. And I don't necessarily think that counts as an anime, but it kind of does in the same way that Boondocks counts as an anime.
I believe if it is anime, which animated, it is anime. With very few exceptions, which is very crude drawings, so I don't include Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Because that is like. Though they kept with it the entire time, it looks like an epileptic drew it.
If
The
we're
only
being
clean
entirely
looking thing is
honest.
Plank.
If we're being entirely honest.
Okay, I want you to explain to me Kevin's chin.
Shovel Chin.
Those gigantic jawbreakers.
Yeah, the ones bigger than your head, which you have to unhinge your jaw like an anaconda.
And hold on. With those jawbreakers, just the weird texture look on them. It honestly looks like the entirety of anything from Chowder. the texture that is just on those jawbreakers looks like anything that came off of Chowder.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong. I wonder if some of the animators from Ed and Eddie ended up working on Chowder.
Speaking
It's
of,
possible.
did you know, like, you 9 times out of 10 will not get any of the people, or like Ed, or Eddie to like do mainly just like Ed, Major Ed, not Big Ed or Double D. I'm talking about just like, huh, I'll do it for a quarter.
Oh, Tony
Then-
Sampson. Tony
Yeah,
Sampson.
he will not do interviews. He's very much against like doing interviews and stuff.
Doesn't surprise me.
But I did wind up seeing it was an interview not too long ago, and it had all three of them doing an interview, and Tony Sampson was like, or the host was like, "Hey, I know we only got you on for a couple minutes, Tony, but hold on, what does it say? Disconnect. Disconnected. Why is it saying disconnected? Weird, Mike.
Does he not have permissions to talk? Could that have been it this entire time? He just doesn't have permission to talk in here?
I'll take a look. Steve, do your thing. But yeah, like the
He's
host.
in
Like,
very few chats.
yeah,
Sorry,
oh no, you're good.
I just got mesmerized. Why is he still in that one? That was Jacob's.
What?
He's still in Jacob's Discord.
Oh, weird.
It's that bottom one.
Oh, weird. He is in very few Discords, isn't he? But yeah, the host was like, "Hey, I know we only got you for a couple minutes," and he was like, "No, no, no, I'll be here as long as these guys are." He's like, "Oh, dope. This never happens. Okay, cool." And it proceeded from there, but it was really neat.
Yeah. I am not like. I don't post anything in your Discord.
Yeah, I wouldn't really expect you to, but
No, I'm talking about I don't post anything in his Discord.
oh,
In Zeke's.
Yeah, it died. I'm not gonna lie to you. It straight up died. I tried keeping it going just a little bit, but everyone's like never active in there. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, there are very few occasions where like the server we're currently in is active, but
Yeah, that's true.
thought I heard Mike for a sec.
Michael?
Oh wait, did you draw Zim?
What?
Did you draw Zim?
Yeah, I drew them.
Dude, that was nice.
I also, I don't think I put it on there, but I drew a little quick minute sketch of Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. I drew him on a sticky note.
I cannot look at Ren and Stimpy the same after the song along gay joke. You know the one. If you watch Ren and Stimpy, you know the one.
Man, just Ren and Stimpy was the guy who made it absolutely awful, but it was a show that pushed the industry for modern cartoons. Same thing with Invader Zim. Like, crap, what was his name again? I feel so bad because I can't remember his name.
I don't remember.
No clue.
What was his name? Jonan Vasquez. There it is.
Oh, that's another one I haven't seen in a little while.
Well, no, he's the creator of Invader Zim.
Okay, I
Yeah.
tweaked some settings. Mike should be able to try to speak, considering we're pretty much the only ones that have the four of us in here are the only one that have permissions.
English, do you speak it?
I guess he doesn't.
Can he at least hear us at any given point? I mean, like,
He says no. Nothing.
Oh my god.
Has he been in previous podcasts before?
Yeah, but it was never like it was only
getting not in Discord.
Okay. Yeah, he says he has everything set up for it. He says I don't think it's me.
The only other way to test would be to call him in another Discord and see if that's the case.
Tell him to show me what his settings look like. Anyways,
yeah. Tell him to take a picture of his settings.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I keep on clicking on like the wrong chat, I think. Oh no, I'm not. Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is, since usually this one is like a privated, we could try like the regular community night one and see if we have to like record in there for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can try that.
I'll end up moving him over, see if he's able to speak in that one. If that's the case, he just may not be able to talk in recording live. I don't see how, considering I've granted literally everybody permissions to speak and be able to be heard in here. But
Yeah.
Hold on, he sent some pictures.
Yeah.
1 second. Input mode, voice active, sensitivity, enable.
it may very well be that he just can't his Discord can't handle being in this specific audio channel.
Just get us all moved over and see if
Yeah.
that fixes it.
Moving it one by one.
Hello.
All right. Take two.
Mike, we can hear you now.
I can't hear him.
Hold on.
I think you mistook me for him.
Oh, I did. Mike, if you're there, we can't hear you. Hello?
Big man.
Hey, brother. He says he is speaking. What?
I didn't know I could do that.
Do what?
I think. Hold on. I want to try this. Holy shit! I can.
Yeah. You can kick and
Hold on. How do I? Okay, move back to. And this is community.
yeah.
Sorry, I want to experiment with that.
How'd you do that?
I
I
gave
have
him
the
specific
ability to do
permissions.
that.
Huh?
Specific permissions.
I was gonna say, like, I have permissions to server mute people, deafen people,
It's
remove.
right click on someone and then it should say move to.
Hey,
Hey, Mike.
There we go. Hey.
Wow, what happened?
don't do the move to.
okay,
Just leave it unlocked.
How'd you get it to work?
Just leave it unlocked for me.
we're good.
All right, okay. So now
Jesus
we can
Christ,
finally talk
man.
about
We're good.
everything.
Jesus Christ.
We're
I
good.
swear.
Move to.
Oh, look, I told you, everything on my thing was set up correctly for it, and like it's not me. It just kept saying disconnected from you.
Okay, so there's an issue with Recording Lab that I'm gonna have to work out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
There's an issue with Recording Lab.
cause I kept telling Zeke, I'm like, dude, I've got everything set up because I've already did all that.
Anyways. Here to finally join us within 45 minutes of the podcast is Panda, aka Mike.
Shit.
So, Mike, so you've been watching some pretty good. I would ask everybody else, but you've been watching some pretty good anime lately, right?
Dude, I've been watching My Hero right now.
Yeah, I can tell. That was like one of the newest ones that was on the
I
Crunchyroll.
I need to catch up. In all
So do I.
honesty, I am behind by a lot. I think.
I have not seen a
Same.
singular second of it. I've been too
You're-
busy
The
trying to catch
manga?
up on. I've been too busy trying to catch up on JoJo's.
I okay.
Ooh,
I'm
JoJo's.
gonna say unpopular opinion time. I don't care for JoJo's.
Same.
To be
Like,
honest, same.
um, I have tried on multiple occasions to watch it. My first experience with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was part 3, right? Where it's Jotaro.
Yeah, that'd be part 3, unless it was Jotaro in a white outfit, and then that's part 4. But if it was just standard standard Jotaro and Old Man Joseph, then it was part 3.
Yeah, it was part 3 because it was those two, and they were trying to make their way over to Dio in Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Potential spoiler warning, by the way.
listen, if you watch JoJo's, you already know. Uh,
I'm about to state my hard opinion, which is if the show, the best parts of it that you anticipate the most are the beginning and end credits, you're
It's not.
doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're right, dude. So like, my thing is, especially with a show like that, um, with a show like that, or just like shows with multiple seasons, I like to try to watch it from like season 1 before going on. I know with JoJo's, you can start anywhere you want and be okay, but these are all like
That is true.
conjoined. They're all like semi-conjoined stories, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I want to start it from the beginning. Why does Dio hate like the Joestar family? Why are the Joestars like so special or whatever? And I made it like part of the way through like part 3 because I was watching with some friends, and then I was like, you know what, I'll try to watch this from the beginning. And I started it from the beginning. Could not do it.
It doesn't
I
make any sense to me.
Part 1 and
I
part
Not
2
as
are
far
like
as you did in season 3, and I've watched the entirety of season 1 and 2.
part
yeah,
1 kind of drags ass, but sets everything up. Part 2 is a slightly more drag ass. Part 3 is where all the action is, and then
Part
part
3
4
is a
is
different fucking anime entirely, and they just threw in reenactments of the first 2 parts just to try and get the fan base back. Where the fuck do these stands come from? Wasn't this entire thing about vampires coming from a mask before that? And using the power of the sun breathing before Demon Slayer became a thing? Using breathing and devouring fucking demons the same way? In a better, more animated, and more cohesive story?
now since we're talking about bad anime, right? Um, I do not recommend a single person watching this. But I've met people that watch this ironically and unironically, and I don't know why.
God, I feel like you're
Put
gonna
it out,
mention
boys.
something I
Put it
watched.
out. What is it?
It's Boku no Piku.
Oh no,
Wait,
fuck that
what?
shit.
What
editor
is it?
Steven, if you can hear me, censor that.
I can't hear.
Steven, if you censor that, you have to play the theme song to it.
Hold up. What is it? Because everyone's speaking at once because they
Mike,
didn't need
Mike, I'm gonna send it in the chat.
Yeah, Mike,
Okay.
This is not for the streamers.
this isn't for a single person to ever watch. I don't know why people watch it. I've never watched it. But you
What's
wind
the
up on a
name?
watch list. I'm pretty sure if not, you need to.
It's like the
What's the name?
it's like
You'll figure it out.
Oh my god, dude.
There,
I'm waiting
I
for
sent the
Dalton.
name.
Okay,
I s-
thank you.
Two of us sent the
Thank
name.
you. You just keep saying 3 things, and I'm waiting for the name.
You have reasons not to watch it. You want it to be on the list, don't you?
No, I want to see what it is, cause
No, you want to be on the. You want to be on a watch list. You just said that.
It's like watching Icon. I would not advise it at all.
Like trying to watch what is it? High School of the Dead. Or no, High
hey,
School.
that's
High School DxD. At school. It's like the same equivalent.
No. There's worse than High School DxD. High School DxD is light toast.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm not watching it at school. Like, if you were at school, and we all know those people that like had just like High School DxD, just like merch for some reason.
I mean, Steven's brother being the main, you know.
You have to remember, one of his brothers owns the Kawaii face. Or no, what is it? Not Kawaii. What was it?
Ria Scrimmery body pillow.
No, yeah, that one owns the body pillow, but I'm talking about James Jackson.
Oh, Hago.
Yeah, that. And
He owns it. If he owns it, I haven't seen it in a while.
He owned it in like he owned it like 3 years ago, didn't he?
That was 3 years ago, dude. I have done a lot since 3 years ago.
Hago.
okay. Never mind. I know what you're talking about. I'm good.
I'm
I'm good. I had to look that one up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm good.
He's on the list.
He's on the list.
How did you not pay attention to what I fucking typed?
Someone in
I
chat
only
said a
looked it
good
up in
anime is
Google.
To Your Eternity.
Never watched
I
it.
haven't watched it yet, but I keep seeing it on Crunchyroll, and so I'm like, what would they rate it out of 5 stars? What would they rate it?
How would you rate it out of How would you rate it out of 5 stars?
Is it somber? Is it action? Is it like convoluted?
Is it?
I've been told it's a little on the. I've been. I think he kept saying it's a little bit on the somber side.
Somber side. Okay.
To Your Eternity kind of sounds like it's one of those slice of life shows.
No, I can get. Hang on, I can get down with a slice of life if it's done if it's done well.
Wait, Steven, have you watched what was it called? Fruit Baskets?
They said 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Okay, that might be worth watching then.
Modern Fruit Basket or old Fruit Basket, because they did remake Fruit Basket.
I know, and I've watched the original back in 2012, and I was waiting on them to continue, and they never did until recently. And that was like what, 3 seasons on the new one?
I think so.
I love it. I have to watch it.
With Fruit Basket, I've been recommended Fruit Basket. Like, it's in my to-watch list on Funimation. I've just yet to watch it.
Dude, okay, so the story, you know how usually with a reverse harem, or even a harem anime, they run into the same problem where the main protagonist is just plain as white toast, insert character here.
Yeah,
like, it could be anything, it's always bland.
Yeah, like,
God, it sounds like Ori in high school.
I hated that show.
Oh, God.
I like that, though.
I watched like an episode or 2, and it was like I gave it like 2 episodes. I was like, I can't do this.
Oh, no, Z. Watch it in English dub. The voice actor for Tamaki is Edward Elric.
Yes, it is. It really
It's
is.
the entire thing worth it.
Wait, I think we
It
watched
really
it in
does.
English because we
That's what I did.
Zed and I watched Zeke and I watched a couple episodes together, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't do it either. It's too much of like a pretty boy. It's pretty much it's pretty much too like a. It's pretty much it's too much of a pretty boy fluff anime.
It's reverse harem. That's kind of its
It is.
thing.
It's reverse harem is not my cup of tea. Done that particular way is not my kind of like
Okay,
idea
yeah,
of
it's a better way to say it. Done
Yeah.
that way.
I
So,
can
real
understand that.
quick, just because I saw this on Netflix and I'm gonna forget about it here soon. They did a Roni Kenshin live action film. It's a two-parter.
oh god.
Now, hold on, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna like before you say, "Oh God," Netflix has done some decent live action anime films.
No, they haven't.
Have you? Hold on. Have you watched the live action Bleach film that's on Netflix?
Yes,
It's
I
good.
have.
It is on
No,
the
it's
better.
not.
It is on the better side of any other live action anime film I've ever seen.
I'm still mad at Hollywood for fucking. How do you fuck up Ghost in the Shell?
I didn't watch it. Yeah, they tried making it
Oh,
big
yeah.
names. I remember when they did that, and I was so skeptical at the time because it was Scarlett Johansson, right? Was she
Scarlett Johansson is the major. How do you fuck up that bad?
Ghost in the Shell was designed for
She
almost
doesn't have
American
big dick
audiences.
energy.
She
Then
really doesn't.
The live action Netflix Death Note sucks.
Yeah, because I remember. Hold on. I showed Steve because
Dude.
I own a original. It's a two-parter film that came out in 2007, about 2007 2008.
The Japanese live
No.
action version of Death Note that they
My
did.
bad. My bad. 2006. It was a live
It was
action
that long
thing.
ago.
Yeah, it was partners with Viz Media, Shonen Jump, in TV, not MTV. So like big names in the ways of animation, but I definitely recommend it. Um, I'm sure you could
It's
find it somewhere on like online for free, but it's
it was the most well done, true to form version of Death Note I had seen
Is
up
it
to that
better
moment.
than that one from Netflix?
Yeah,
Because it
far
is
better,
that
far
one.
better,
so
far
okay,
better.
just
Because, dude, like if you go through the one that's on Netflix, they did nothing right.
Mike,
Like
it's
straight up,
far better.
nothing.
It's like they literally converted the anime into it's they literally converted the manga into a script. It is
like
that close.
so the first movie is like on par, like beat by beat, on par with the anime and the manga. Now I will say like the second film because the manga wasn't finished yet. Because like this was done before the manga was actually finished and before the TV show was actually finished. The endings differ slightly, but it's still very close. Um I know like Steve watched the first one. I left him the second one. He never watched it, I don't think, but they are long. Like
It was at the time
how,
you had left it at the time before I started a new job, and with the new job, I didn't exactly have time to. I didn't
yeah,
have time for anything when I was working. My days off were spent pretty much sleeping.
the first
Oh, I guess
film,
I know what we gotta do for movie night one time.
the
What?
first
I've been zoned out for a little bit.
Watching
Sorry.
I
So-
did watching like a live action anime one.
so
Oh,
no, so the first film is
I'm kidding.
2 hours long.
Dear
It is 120
Christ.
minutes. The second
Lord.
film, no, the second film is 140 minutes long.
Lord Helix, why?
Because it is beat by beat the anime slash manga.
Like for real?
Yeah, like for real. There are some differences. The CGI, Steve, you can actually vouch for this. The CGI for the film is actually pretty good.
So what? When did it come out? 2007.
2006.
But yeah, it came out of Viz Media Productions. So like
They
that
quasi
says
literally worked hand in hand with the actual like manga company or the actual media company that works with, you know, the actual company that works with most outsourced media production of like
Oh,
manga and entertainment and stuff.
so there's Death Note 2, the last name. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah. So the release date in America for the first film was 2008. Its original release date was 2006.
If I have the option, I
Non-rated
will. If I have
version.
the option, I will watch it subbed because the dub is kind of eh.
Like the
It's not
non-rated
bad.
version
They're both
came
not.
out in 2006.
I was gonna say they're both non-rated. It's just the um, Japanese release was 2006, and the American release was 2008.
Almost like my hopes and dreams. No.
Someone in chat wants to know our opinion on Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Ooh, Demon Slayer. Speaking of
Okay.
Demon Slayer, it is. Oh.
I
Like, what do they
mentioned
want to
it in
do?
the little rant earlier.
I have yet to watch Demon Slayer. My little sister, one of them, loves Demon Slayer. Like that's the anime she's really liking right now. Demon Slayer and My Hero, and so far she seems to have good taste in one thing. So I'm assuming Demon Slayer is pretty good. Like a lot of people I know really likes Demon Slayer, but haven't watched it yet.
I mean,
Demon
it's a
Slayer-
good protecting your younger sibling anime. Like,
It's
dude will
not a
go to
bad
great lengths to
anime.
protect the your sibling.
As long
Like,
as like
it's not a bad anime. It comes out to some good things. Like it runs through like problem after problem after problem from him trying to fix things or trying to situate it and defeat like one demon after another.
They're trying to
But
kill
it's
Michael Jackson.
basically pretty much no, like straight up. The dude looks like straight up Michael Jackson that they're trying to kill. And
He's a smooth criminal.
but I mean, he changes his appearances fairly often. Like if he gets found out, he changes, and that's why he's more
Yeah.
difficult. But they use him basically because he's the only one out of all the demon slayers to come close to coming to basically off to getting to this demon. He's the only one out of all of them that has actually met this one, and he's the only one that has his scent. So they use him basically to find that one. Although I can't wait for more episodes to come out because I'm stuck.
I was gonna say the
Waiting.
manga is finished, so it shouldn't be that long before like the rest of the episodes come
Yeah,
out.
but you know how they like to do it. They like to wait like years upon. Like we're just now waiting or fixing to get like Shield Hero to come out next month.
Yeah,
Or not next month. Sorry, October.
month after next. I can't fucking wait.
haven't watched Shield
Dude,
Hero.
like, oh,
Dude, I see a Shield
can't
Hero
believe it.
almost got canceled because people were like, "Oh, well, the main character was done wrong by the princess who shouted a false rape accusation," and they're like, "That means that we can't trust women." Cancel, and so it got delayed a year
Wow.
Yeah,
just for the
and
second
that's the
season.
thing.
Someone else in chat wants to know, or someone in chat wants to know, the same person wants to know, our opinions on Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Uh,
I
Okay, hold-
everything beyond like the first season is kind of ass.
Hold up. If you want to watch something that explains Attack on Titans, watch the abridged version. It will explain a lot of it. No, I'm just kidding. But to me, I think the abridged version is far better than the actual anime. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's just one, they're basically trying to figure out what the whole big deal is with all the Titans and stuff. And the secret lies within the basement of his house that's smashed in wherever, you know
the
what I
outer
mean?
wall.
So
Yeah.
my
I don't
thing
know.
with it.
Just go ahead, Zeke. Go ahead.
Hold on one second. Because I'm also kind of cross-referencing something real quick. So with Attack on Titan, I I read the first 3 episodes. I remember some friends of mine ended up getting Loot Crate back in the day, and it gave them the first volume that contained the first 3 episodes. I read it. I was like, this is kind of cool. And then I watched from episode 1 to episode 8.
It's better to
And
read the manga.
I could not get into the show, and this is the time like everyone else has already seen all of season 1 or almost all of season 1. I'm
Yeah.
starting late, and I just can't get into it. The story just wasn't doing it for me too entirely. Everyone overhyped it, and
It's more of a anime that if you haven't read the manga, then you can watch the anime. But if you've read the manga, then it's not worth watching.
I was gonna say I've been told like that's what I've heard too is that the even in the issues people had with the manga like they had an issue with the majority of the chapters because it was all like bullshit, and then the ending to a lot of people was bullshit.
Yeah.
also just 2013 because Attack on Titan came out in 2013. The anime, not the manga or anything like that. But the anime came out in 2013,
Right.
and at the same time, like Battle of Gods came out. Just the film Battle of Gods came out.
I remember that.
Danganronpa
Yeah.
came out.
Ooh, Danganronpa.
The Devil's a Part-Timer.
Yes.
I love The
good.
Devil is a Part-Timer, dude. Holy
That's
shit.
good.
We need that season 2. They announced season 2.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what? Really?
Yes, they announced season 2. I'm excited.
Need that shit in my fucking veins. I fucking need that shit, bro. Need it.
Hold up. When?
That's how I need Shield Hero.
Hold up. I gotta find this.
Like
They
Free
announced season 2 like a couple of years ago, and it's just been like a work in progress. It's been kind of delayed due to COVID. I think.
Hold on, let me double check. The season
The
2.
release date is. Let's see.
It says officially
Based on Japanese.
nearly 8 years for season. Devil's a Part-Timer season 2.
I think you're looking at the same thing I am. It says early 2023.
Yeah, 'cause I'm taking a look at it, and it says season 2 at the light novel.
Follows the same timeline. Season 2 can release sometime in early 2023, even if season 2 is produced by some other studio. Expect the anime to release roughly around the same time.
Fucking decade-long wait for a second season.
You can't keep getting away with this. You fucking can't, bro.
I will hit them with an oar.
Jeez Louise.
Around the same time, Free came out for people that like those sort of slice of life sort of shows. Free was very specific to a certain like group of people, if I remember correctly.
Lonely girls and gay guys, yeah.
What is it?
Free.
That swimming anime.
Free?
Um,
I'm good.
I tried to watch it. I honestly did.
I couldn't
watch
watch
it
it.
all the way through. I was just like, "Are you kidding me? Even I can't watch something like this."
Yeah, like,
To that
I'll
token,
tell you.
Yuri on Ice wasn't that bad.
You know, I don't doubt it. I've seen it recommended so many times. I may check it out.
Yuri on Ice. A lot of people a couple people that I know watched it and they said it's really good. I actually had a teacher and his wife loved Yuri on Ice, and it's really funny too because he was a basketball coach and she was not sporty in the slightest.
Actually, the same person in chat also wants to know our opinions on Dr. Stone if we've seen it at all.
Yes. I like Dr. Stone. I think it's dangerous for a young audience, but I love it.
I've seen
Doctor
season 1.
Stone
I
is
like.
actually not a bad anime. I actually pretty much like it. I recommend it. It has all the creativities of a different form of what could have possibly, be in a way, but it was pretty cool.
I like it because it's like it appeals to like the nerdy, sciencey type intellectual stimulation that I crave. But at the same time, it's still like kind of whimsical, and there are moments where it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I
Just the
haven't finished it
fact
though.
that I like how they have the smart doctor and then they've got the brute that's there for doing all the doctor's needs, and then he's just the reason why he basically just survived through the whole thing is because he loves this chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he bet on that.
Basically. And come find out, chick actually likes him back. So, hey, win-win.
That, and she's willing to help Senku at any cost.
Yep.
What was it? The big burly like athletic person.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
feral student or whatever they call them, the feral high school student.
the lion killer.
Yeah, tell me that is not just the same design almost as the top what was it? The top wrestler or whatever from Danganronpa season 1.
Kinda, yeah.
Top wrestler from Ding.
I haven't seen Danganronpa. I'm gonna be
hold on.
honest. I haven't.
I've seen some of the pictures of them.
I
And
am looking
it's
this
kind
up real
of cool,
fast.
like kind of close.
I found Danger Rat. Dangan.
What is her name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the big buff jacked up chick off of there.
Yeah.
Her name is
Yeah, I was trying to look for the character names. Crap, what is
Here,
her
hold
name?
on. I can straight up find that for you.
Oh, I'm looking at the wiki right now.
This man has a book. This man has a bookmark. He's got it saved on rule34.com.
Dear Mother of Christ.
Dude, you're not the only one. I have it basically.
It's, Sakura Ogami.
I have everything I have
OGAMI.
bookmarked. Rule 34 is not one of them.
She is the
I know
ultimate.
the URL.
She's the ultimate martial artist, but the character design is literally that of
like a real.
The
You make her sound
lion
like a
killer
really buff
from-
wrestler.
kind of.
Sakura Ogami.
Yeah.
It's Ogami. Yeah.
Let me get a point of reference. Let me get a reference for her. Jesus Christ!
Yo.
God damn!
Steve accidentally went to rule34.com.
No, I didn't. But dear God, she has muscles on muscles.
Yes, dude, she is.
She looks like the lion killer. But speaking of Dr. Stone, though, season 2 just came out. I haven't watched it. Season 1, absolutely loved it. Where it ended season 1 was great. I just wish, even though I understand why, I wish it wasn't over a year for season 2 to be released to figure out what happened, because it ended on the start of a war.
Alright? Alright,
Yeah,
alright,
I've
Zeke.
watched a fair chunk of the season 2. I haven't finished it yet, but I've watched a fair chunk of it.
Does it compare to season 1?
Give me a sec, because it has been like over a month since I watched it. Because I was watching it when it still came out.
Now who got dicked harder? People waiting for a season 2 of Devil is a Part Timer, or people waiting on the final season of Inuyasha.
I know the perfect answer to this. The people that are waiting for the next season of Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh,
I'm
That's
not waiting for
they
that.
they have confirmed that is never happened.
I
I
Oh,
fucking
I
hate it.
know, but it it didn't sell in Japan. It sold here in America heavily, but they ended it on a backstory, and they didn't confirm it wasn't going to be released. Next season wasn't going to be released until like 6 years later. Right? That sounds that sounds about accurate.
Not only that, I was gonna say not only that, but the actual company that made it went bankrupt back in 2015.
But it's because of that like
So the IP's up for grabs.
shows gave me trust issues after watching that.
Yeah.
So if a show ends on a backstory, I don't want to watch it until I know for a fact there's a next season.
You know what show I want to have a second season? And I've wanted this since I was about 14 years old. So 11 years.
What you got?
Kaze no Stigma. Or Stigmata. I don't remember.
yes,
Uh,
Cosme. I know what you're talking
Kaze no
about.
stigma.
Yup.
Yeah. It needs a season 2. I want
What
it.
about the
I want an explanation on his powers.
what about the Regis Dome?
Oh, Chrome Shelled Regios. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that one.
that
I
one
want a
was a
season
good
2 of
one
that too. Chrome Shelled Regios is really strange because it takes a while for you to understand how their powers work. And then you realize it's like, okay, well, this is just an overpowered MC character, you know?
basically.
Oh, hey Steve.
What's up?
Another answer to your question on who got like screwed over waiting longer for next season. You said Inuyasha or Devil's a part timer, but I also say Samurai Jack. It's a tie between Samurai Jack and Inuyasha. Those two.
Yeah,
I will also say the last season of Samurai
Well,
Jack was not good.
I love the
Where they
old
killed off his love
Samurai
interest.
Jack.
No, so like if you think about it, a lot of stuff was very rushed, just story wise, in the last season of Samurai Jack,
Yeah.
and complete and utter spoiler alert. But dude, it's like okay, Jack wants to commit suicide in a forest. He gets stopped by this chick who he falls in love with after 5 minutes. Turns out to be the daughter of his sworn enemy. They go back in time, they get married, she disappears. I'm just like, this isn't what Jack's about. This happens in the span of like 4 episodes. What's going on? And then it ends. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
See, that's why I love the old version of Jack.
it's at the very least, like Samurai Jack was focused on one thing and one thing alone, and that was getting back to his time period to defeat Aku, or at the very
Right.
least
And
defeating Aku with
Just
the hope
because
of
Aku.
a self-correcting timeline.
and with that though as well, in the last couple of episodes of not the final season of Samurai Jack, but the season before that, Jack finds out there is no way you can get back to the past. No way at all. And with that being the case, he had to come to terms and deal with that. That is a good final standpoint because that just lets you know that, because it's like life, you're not guaranteed a happy ending. And that show, like,
If they had left it with the not happy ending, I would have been happy with that. If they had left it with like a sort of dour ending where yeah, he finally gets them all defeated or whatever. But
he finds out he can't go back to the past because he defeats him and everything like that.
Beats Aku.
Yeah, he defeats Aku, and like he can't go back to the past, and that makes sense. That just lets you know you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Basically.
Doing this final season of Samurai Jack, it's like, okay, well, he's depressed. What does he do when he's depressed? He wanders off. He's trying to figure stuff out. He is aged. He is an old man because of his beard, which he then cuts off, and it's like, give him the depth with having that like just facial hair. And then he falls in love, goes back in time somehow, even though they said it couldn't happen, and then the person he air quote fell in love with disappears right as soon as they get married.
I mean, that's kind of like even though it tries to be a happy ending, there's no such thing as a happy ending. But that's bullshit.
It doesn't have that same impact as like the last season.
Or like the last little bit of like the first part, yeah, where it's like there's no hope. Even if you beat me, you foolish samurai, there is no hope. And it's like, no. But then the ending to the final season is like, no, don't. Oh no, that sucks, buddy. Anywho,
Yeah. It's like you got to be the prince of a region now. Like, yeah, we understand. You spent like an entire lifetime in the future, and you saw hell and everything. But yeah, now you have to lead your people. Oh, and there's a war going on in the next two regions.
Like another thing about that too, though Jack went back to his friends in the past, what about all the friends he had that he made in the future? And the 50 years or so that he was in the future. What about
Yeah.
all those people that he like got to know?
By the way, if he actually went to the past through like Japanese thing, he had no heir when he went to the future, and he's 50 years older now.
Yeah,
He has to pump out an heir immediately.
well, technically, since Jack got misplaced out of time, he didn't age. So he still looks physically what he was back, in the
which
feudal
was
Japan.
which was like 20 something at the start.
Yeah, so like by
I feel
the
like they're using Avatar logic, so he has to die.
Oh goodness gracious.
they should have kept it like it was. Though I understand like they tried making it a little bit more like a little sweeter, but still kind of on that bitter end. It's like, nah, man.
You should have just kept it dark and bitter instead of like. You should have kept it. You should have kept the cream and sugar out of the coffee.
Pretty much. It's one
But
of
what
those
if he
things.
got like Caesared?
It's one of those things that, as a child watching this, like knew whenever it was coming out, it teaches you just like that very cynical part of life that you're not like that you're gonna try, you're gonna do all this stuff.
And sometimes it's just not good enough.
Sometimes you're just not able to because of reasons that are outside of your own hands.
And the crazy thing was like in the original, and then like the ending to the first part, Aku himself admits, as much as I would like to go through this whole spiel again, it's pointless. It is literally fucking pointless because there is no way my magic is going to send you back into the past. Even if you kill me now, you're not going to stop anything I've done. Because his magic had corrupted absolutely everything.
Yeah, it really did.
Well, I guess it's time for me to move on to another chick. Oh, well.
Always
I'm
fun.
an anime waifu. Just screw all these freaking normal ass chicks. I want an anime waifu.
Alright, well then you'll have to make your anime waifu. Please make your anime waifu. Draw us an anime waifu.
I will attempt to do it on my own time. Thank you very much. I will post it in the chat later.
Oh man.
So I got around to watching an anime a lot later than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, like last month or so, I started watching One Punch.
I haven't watched the second
I-
season of that.
I watched a little bit of the first season, and I fuck with it. I fuck with it, but I also kind of want to
It's
see.
a good opening song.
It does.
Originally, I watched it just because I wanted to see the scene where he maxes out everything. But then it got better and it got pretty good.
I just want to see him get his ass whooped. That's the extent I want to see. I want to see him. I wish to see him get his ass beaten.
Honestly,
Pretty
though,
much.
Here's the thing, though. Like, he was made as satire of the fact, like, there are these superheroes that are supposedly, like, invincible that get their asses kicked. And it's like, they get torn up, torn to shreds, everything like that. And then they reveal their powers. He doesn't have to, and is practically invincible.
yeah. So something that
Like,
I
I want to
honestly,
see what his power is.
his power is just very generic workout. He is
It's
strong.
power. His power is power.
But that's the thing. Whenever he ends up having like this ominous glow within his eyes, so he has to
Yeah,
have
no, his
something.
power is power. Think
Really?
about it. Yeah, it's power. He is infinite. If he wanted to, he could run the entire surface of the fucking earth within minutes. He jumps so high, he leaps over skyscrapers. It's like fucking Superman. OG Superman.
In a sparring battle where he was holding back, he destroyed a fucking cliff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Behind
true.
the fucker. So he made it go around him and completely miss the dude and obliterate the cliff behind him
That's true.
The
for a mile.
the creator of One Punch, otherwise known as his name is One. He his handle is One.
Yeah.
He created the entirety of One Punch to be like like you said, satire. It's making fun of just superheroes. It's making fun of just big bad like main protagonists with this unlimited amount of power because they're ungodly from another planet, another universe. They just are the chosen one for some reason. While Saitama was literally just a generic dude who got beat up once by a crab monster guy. And what he did,
He didn't even really get beat up. He actually took out the crab monster, dude.
no, he got beat up. The whenever he did the flashback, he got beat up by the crab monster dude, and he said, "I was so embarrassed, and I didn't want to feel like that ever again." So
He started
I,
that intense ass workout regimen.
which hold on, the workout actually
See-
isn't that intense. Hold on, let me get to it real quick.
Is that
1,000
in
push-ups, 1,000
manga
sit-ups.
or is it in the actual anime? Because in
It's
the,
in the actual
it
anime.
shows- then I guess I missed that part because it shows him.
Well, actually, no, that might have been in the
pulling out his
manga because in the
eye socket.
anime, he does get the crap beaten out of him, but then he gets back up, and then it's like he
Yeah.
takes his tie off and takes the
And he
eye.
wraps it around the eye and then pulls this whole
Yeah.
freaking cranium out of the freaking thing out of the crab.
Oh, and Steve,
100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups,
Yeah.
100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every
Yup.
single day for 3 years.
Yeah, after that.
Also, no air, no heat, straight up natural.
yeah. So like he did a very moderate workout. It's not even intense.
Yeah.
I don't know. The 10K run is kind of intense.
No, that is literally just a 6.2 mile go.
I don't know, the no air and no heat. That's pretty intense.
I mean, that's just for psychology.
Oh,
Let's see. Hold on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Let's
It's because he's a cheapskate. He had no
Yeah.
income.
yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah.
he
That's why
literally
he went with that exercise instead of weight training.
yeah.
Fuck, you imagine what would happen if he went for weight training.
One of the best things one of the best things about One Punch Man is it could literally be anybody. It's
Yeah.
literally some generic dude who can only buy groceries whenever there's a sale going on. He's just very bland and generic.
Except for when he kills mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mosquitoes.
Imagine having to like hold back on like flicking a mosquito off your nards, or else you end up punching through it, or else you end up like just obliterating your nutsack. Oh, that would
He can
hurt.
withstand it. Like I said, he's invincible.
That reminds me
His
of the
power is power.
that reminds me of the age-long question of if you hit yourself and you like cry or get hurt, are you just strong or are you weak?
You are in. Okay, so you are strong the moment before, and you are weak the moment it happens.
Okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
That's a satisfying answer. Yeah.
I don't understand what you asked.
Okay, are you strong or are you weak when you punch yourself in the nards and you hurt and you want to
Okay,
cry?
I understand what you're saying now.
Who would win, Saitama or Go? Saitama. Saitama was literally scripted. Saitama is literally built to win. It's like asking who wins, Goku or Superman.
Okay. The only way Goku could win is if Saitama, literally stops himself from killing Goku. So he has to hold back to such a degree that he doesn't kill Goku, while injuring Goku to near death, heals him. They do this 2 times at least for the movie arcs. And then Goku has a chance against holding back Saitama.
So
But
So
wait,
then Saitama has to repeat this process at least 8 times to get Goku up to godly level, and then Goku will finally be able to kill Superman, but not Saitama.
but I've got to say it's like the same reason why it's the same reason why the Goku versus Superman argument is invalid. Is Superman also has no definable limits in the fucking comics and everything. Superman has been shown to have absolutely no limits, even after they said the whole Golden Age thing where he could sneeze fucking planets apart was
The
rendered
only limit
null void.
Superman has kryptonite.
Not even then, like that shit
Had
in
to
the
be
comics
one that
is hard to
killed them
come
or
by.
nothing else.
and yeah, because kryptonite is a very rare substance, and it also
Right,
Yeah.
that's
depends
what I'm
on
saying.
is it green kryptonite, is it red kryptonite, is it rainbow kryptonite?
Basically, only one person can actually kill Superman if he really wanted to.
Is it
And that's
being held by
Batman.
Captain Spectrum?
No, it's Batman.
Well, actually, hold on. So, real quick, Superman does have a couple of weaknesses. One is famously kryptonite. The other one is
Magic.
magic.
Yeah.
So Shazam.
Zatanna,
Yeah,
oh,
But I
Yeah.
mean, if you
Dr.
go,
John
if you go through
Constantine.
it all, though, Batman has a plan for all the superheroes to
absolutely.
kill them if they ever turned against the world.
There's actually a major story arc, and it was just called Contingency.
It was literally
Mhm.
that was literally the reason Batman left the Justice League was they found out about this and they're like,
Yeah.
he's like they're like, you can't have this plan, and he's like, look, as a normal ass man in a fucking bat suit, all of you collectively scare the shit out of me. I'm out here fighting for my motherfucking life.
Of
So
the
is Green
people.
goddamn Arrow. All right.
Hold on, it's literally just as an individual man who knows hand-to-hand combat, got a little bit of tech and very severe parental issues. I am scared.
Y'all
There is a
motherfuckers is
theory.
fucking
Hold up.
horrifying.
So there is a
He
theory
strikes
that
fear
Batman
into
is a
psychopaths,
metahuman.
and he's afraid of them.
I know the theory you're talking about, Mike. That Batman is a
Yeah.
metahuman. It's it has to do with like which part of his brain is able to like he's compartmentalized everything in being one part of it is Bruce, and then like he shuts down all the Bruce parts of his brain, and then he becomes the parts of his brain fire up, and uh that's how you get the difference between Bruce and Batman. Why Bruce is charismatic and calculated, or charismatic and just an all around people person, but then Batman is so cold, calculated, and logical.
So,
Yeah,
real
Well,
quick,
that or
actually.
he's just a psychopath.
So
pretty
that's
much.
actually more accurate. But no. So here's actually a thing about that. Bruce Wayne, like it is stated in the comics, Bruce Wayne is Batman 100% of the time. It is canonical that his inner voice is not Bruce Wayne; it is Batman.
Yeah.
What he calls himself in his head is Batman.
Batman
Yep.
told me to do it.
Like he is Batman is like in the ways of like personality. Batman is the main person, while Bruce Wayne is the actual alter ego. Like that is like he is not Bruce Wayne. He is like Bruce Wayne is a facade. It's like this is just the day.
Yeah,
Um, but speaking of Batman and anime, did anyone ever watch Bat Ninja?
I think I
I
saw
have
that.
not watched it.
I
I've seen a lot of it,
uh,
but I haven't watched it all the way through.
unfortunately, this is gonna have to be the kind of the cutoff point. I was kind of right in assuming there was gonna be a part 2 to this, but now that we know how the setup works, we can easily pick right back up. We could try for our next recording session on next Sunday if you guys are available,
Should be good.
Yeah.
assuming we're all not like doing anything.
Um, I think like a really good one to like start up on though for next time is what are some very slept on anime?
That I was gonna say that was gonna be part of what we kept, what we
What do you mean?
caught up on. Like what anime are people missing by not watching is gonna be the starting topic of next time.
Or were like
I
really
got
good
you.
back in the day, but nobody's talking about them.
Yeah. Other than that though, appreciate everyone who tuned in. SmashCade, thank you so much for coming. As always, I'm gonna drop my socials in the chat for you guys, and I'll even link to I'll even shout out SmashCade just because you guys need to be watching some of his awesome ass content.